coming out from M5, so...
Yeah, I would say if you were going to single out one player of the tournament so far, it would be no one. I mean, he's just played spectacularly almost every game. I don't think I've actually seen him have a bad game, so... Extremely impressive performance from no one so far this tournament. Moscow 5 going with the Naga Siren that we actually saw them picking up the other day. And they actually did a very similar strat. They had this Jakiro and Venge, I believe, that game. And they sort of had their 4-man squad running around for a little while creating space for the Naga Siren. And they ended up picking that one up. It was a bit sloppy, but... The Naga Siren played by Necroman, that game was just a bit too much for the enemy to deal with, so it'd be interesting to see how Vega actually decide to deal with the Naga. Do they pick something more late game oriented in their last pick, or do they go with something a bit more early game focused and try to just beat Naga before she gets to those, 3-4 items?
Well, let's wait and see. I think Naga Siren could be really difficult to deal with. Centaur Warrunner, though, especially played in the offlane or even in the safe lane, if you can get to a blink dagger and start shutting down Naga, if they can gank her, I mean, easier said than done, obviously, but they have a pretty strong lineup for early game progression coming out, so Vega Squadron could shut down the Necroman Naga. It's possible, but I don't know, the problem with this is that you don't really have that great of a pushing lineup. It's like for Vega, like, they do some tower damage here, but it's not like... The problem I have when you go up against the Naga Siren is trying to take down all... Well, I mean, that's pretty good, but...
Ooh, it's going to be the Luna played by Tron. This is something that Vega are very good at running. We've seen them run it, I believe, 2 or 3 times already in this tournament. And they also, we didn't talk about too much, they have the Witch Doctor Treant Protector combo going up against the Brewmaster, something that EG pioneered. It's very, very strong against the Brewmaster. You pop the Treant Protector ult during split, and Hero's just not as active.
You have to wait for that. The overgrowth, that's when it's going to be used at that point.
Yeah.
And honestly, yeah, ZXC could be in this game. I mean, he probably could really blink dagger. He probably could be effective early on, but we'll have to wait and see. This is going to be an interesting series, and this game might indicate who's going to move on. We might see a quick 2-0. We might see 1-1, and who knows? Who knows how this series is going to go? Knowing Necroman, he'll try his best to keep this game even until about 30 to 40 minutes when he starts becoming a bit more of a factor. For Tron, though, for the Luna, it's kind of the same issue. You have to make sure you get the Luna farm, and we don't really see that much Luna anymore, but this is going to be the second Luna we've seen this tournament from Tron.
Yeah,
and
I believe there was a stat the other day, like Luna's been picked a couple of times, but the only victory is actually coming out from Vegas, so they're definitely a team that has experience winning with this hero.
It's difficult. Certainly not a hero that you see too often. And for Vega, they're going to just make sure they get Tron plenty of farm. Although... Offlane Elder Titan, I don't think Slender's staying down here, but he might. Elder Titan plus Jakiro can be kind of annoying. They can spin the Astral Spirit. They Trilane can keep them alive. They'll have RZ playing the Living Armor, giving them the Living Armor for the Treant Protector, so... we'll see. Lunar Restoration, Living Armor, pretty solid healing combination. They also have a lot of base damage between the two of them. I don't know. This is going to be tough, though. They might have to yank this Naga a lot. Necroman is going to be tough to deal with.
Yeah, they picked, the last time they did a Naga, they picked these exact same supports, so definitely running a very comfortable lineup for them.
And then the Song plus the Ice Path plus like Macropyre, it's pretty solid. They also have Song plus Earth Stomp as well, or Echo Stomp. Nice cast coming out from Zima. Screen takes a lot of damage there. Yeah, this so far is actually going to be dual lanes coming out from M5N. They'll probably bring, Arzik is going to come back down to the bottom lane, and so they will have a tri-lane for Vega, but the enemy team is going to be running dual lanes, and I don't think this is really that bad. M5 can actually contest this lane pretty well because of the Jakiro and the Liquid Fire. This is kind of sketchy, I think, for Vega, and it's going to be weird.
Yeah, Centaur should get a lot out of this dual lane, though it's going to be quite difficult, at least to kill him early. Vengeful Spirit, not really the best hero at harassing out a Centaur. Might have some kill potential once Panda gets a couple of levels, but Panda is a melee hero, and he's always going to get hit by that hoof stomp, so it might be a little bit difficult for them to get the kill.
This lane looks awful for Vega right now. They just, the Treant's pulling, first and foremost, but the harass coming out, they do so much damage, like... They walk up, they deny the creeps, and Tron misses like a full creep wave. He gets like 1 CS out of like the first creep wave, so It's pretty bad, and they're going to have to continue to pull if he wants to get farm, I think, at this point, or they're going to have to use all 3 heroes to zone out those heroes on the other side, so...
Yeah, but if there is ever a... You know, like, if they ever try to engage Vega, they're going to lose out on that trade just because of the Lunar Blessing giving everyone 14 damage, and they have very strong fighting heroes, so...
It's not going to be easy.
It's going to be a battle of attrition in this bottom lane, I think.
Yeah. Lane's already pushing back out. Tron is getting a lot of CS now. He's caught up, but Brewmaster's going to have a great time. ZXC with really good base damage, really good attack animation for Brewmaster. The pull coming out already. He's taking a lot of damage coming in from Screwboo. He doesn't have a stout shield, so he'll actually have to salve up here, I think. Stomp coming in, actually, onto the Vengeful Spirit. And Magic Missile is going to go from PGG, and Nine Posh actually doesn't have Double Edge. So even if he wanted to get a kill here, he wouldn't be able to. Clap's actually going to go into 9 Posh, and he had 8 Tigers to start this lane with, and he's already up to 5. He also has a Salve, so yeah, this Centaur is getting a lot. 6 last hits, so he's not doing too badly.
Yeah, doing very well for himself. I believe this is the best starting items he could go. He's eating some harassment.
The Claps just went. They already used the Magic Missile, the Living Armor. He should be fine getting away with Boots of Speed. He'll actually sell it.
Oh, no.
He gets canceled. What are you doing, Ned Posh? You got to wait there, buddy. Bottom lane,
yeah, that was a little bit of a risky salve, just because he was in no danger of dying, had the Living Armor up. A bit of a mistake coming out from him, but he should be okay.
Still, though, a little bit of a waste there. They were looking to get another Magic Missile, although no mana for another about 5 seconds here coming out for PGG.
Yeah, they're not going to have mana on either of these heroes.
Necroman is actually getting dominated by no one in this middle lane. Like, absolutely destroyed. Look at the CS total of the Naga and then compare it to that of the Puck.
Yeah, he's doing
I don't know if this should be happening.
Well.
This feels like a somewhat even matchup, and he's just getting crushed.
You know, I think early it's a bit understandable for Naga to fall behind just a little bit, but maybe not this much, because, I mean, he almost has as many denies as Necroman has CS, so No Name once again showing his dominance in this mid lane.
Yeah, this is... You keep saying No Name, man. I'm going to correct you that.
Alright, sorry, No Name. I don't know why I keep saying No Name.
I don't know. I have no idea. No one.
Sorry.
It's kind of weird. No, he has been playing absolutely outstanding. In Vega, I think, I don't want to say 90%, but a lot of the reason Vega are doing well in this tournament so far, in these qualifiers, is no one. I'd say a big chunk of this team is they have some really good team play, number 1, which is very solid. Obviously, good team play is going to go a long way in Dota. Number 2 is you have to have really solid individual players, solo players. 9 Posh is pretty solid, but I think, honestly, no one is right up there with some of the better players that haven't really been scouted yet. We saw Mind Control come out from basically an 0-2. Yeah, it's ridiculous. 27-9 to the Nagasards. 12 CS, dude. This is ridiculous. He's not going to the jungle. He's not getting jungle farm. This is straight CS coming in from the lane. Ridiculous plays coming out from no one in this middle lane.
I wonder how many CS he's actually missed. It can't be very many.
No, it's not a lot. He's missed a couple, but bottom lane, Seam of the Slayer gonna just zone out.
He
Scream.
could be in
trouble. Gonna go Loosen Beam.
No.
They don't have Leech Seed. They can't get there in time. They might turn to Slander. There's the Leech Seed going in. They'll have the Voodoo Restoration. The Stomp's gonna go. They won't avoid it. Tron and Seam of the Slayer getting caught out with it. It was a good effort, but they couldn't get the kill. Meanwhile, top lane, Nine Posh in trouble. He gets his strength boost. He's pretty speedy, although they did just get put on cooler and right with that right click, and he just needs to sit back and regen. I think honestly, he'll get Living Armor. He'll be fine for the most part. He's setting at 14 last hits. He's not doing bad either. This is a very good lane for Centaur.
Very well, and I mean, you said these lanes might not look good for Vega, but there is that trade-off. You're trading the, Luna having a bit harder of a time, but at the same time, I mean, the Panda's not too far ahead of the Luna, and Centaur definitely getting more out of the offlane than the THD, so... I would say this early laning phase is definitely favoring Vega, with the strong mid lane performance and the offlaner getting more.
They need to stack some jungle camps, or not stack. Actually, no. I think Necroman just needs to go to the jungle. We talk about Nagasarn. You don't want stacks in your jungle camp.
Yeah. And it's a little unfortunate that he's actually on the dire side. Oh, PGG.
Oh, wow. I just cut the tail on that. He comes in and he double edges PGG getting caught out. Oh, this lane went from like 8 out of 10 to 10 out of 10 for 9 Posh here. Oh my god. 10 out of 10. RZ's gonna run away. Screen and Slander are like, well, that sucks. So much for the lane we're having.
Just look at the graphs. Like, they're just outlaning M5 right now. I mean, if we look at net worth, almost up to 3,000. It's 6 minutes in the game. And there's only 1 kill on the board. This isn't like, you know, kills happening all over the place and they're getting an advantage. They're just winning these lanes.
I think if Vega keeps playing the way they're playing, they're going to turn into quick fan favorites here because of how good they are right now. And they're just playing solid Dota. Slander almost getting killed bottom. See them slay through Bacast. They threw Lucent Beam as well. Mid lane screen rotates, and actually no one's like, that's fine. I mean, you send anybody to this lane, I'm just going to crush him. No one is feeling it. No one is feeling himself. Necroman, not so much. He's just getting Tequila and Bottle sent out to him now. So, and actually, no one gets the kill with the Dream Crow. Made it a double damage because, God, I missed it again. Oh my lord, that's really unfortunate. But they do get the kill, and no one actually just crushed in this lane.
Yeah, nearly up to a bottle. Has 1,600 gold. Necroman needs to be careful. He still has the DD. If this orb hits, he might decide. No, he's not gonna go for it, but.
He's thinking about it. He had no Dream Coil. If he had Dream Coil, he'd easily go for that kill, but he just used it to get the other kill, so... a very rough game so far for M5. The good thing is that they have the Rootmaster through 38 CS. He's getting kind of close to his Blink Dagger, but... man. 7.5 minutes and 51 CS for no one.
That is absolutely incredible.
I think I forget what perfect CS is. He's not gonna have it, but he's gonna be.
It's 82 at about 10:30 if you're only in the lane because you need the 10-minute waves, so it's about 10:30.
Okay, 10:30 for 82 CS. Got it. He won't get there. He'll actually not be that close to it, but it's still pretty solid. Living Armor. Stampede PGG is gonna get stomped up as well. Leechy's gonna go double edge. My God, PGG died quickly. Easy kill. Really nice rotation from Zeke to go in there and get the leech seed up. But now they're going to try to be aggressive. The Eclipse down bottom. Tron gets the kill on the screen. ZXC cannot even get his split off.
Oh, the cast.
What a disaster. What a cast coming out from Seymour as well. That was beautiful.
I mean, and that's a Panda move without a Blink Dagger. I mean, only sitting at 1,500 gold. Typically, you don't really want to make these kind of movements on Panda before you get your Blink because it's so risky, but... You know, trying to use the split, he realizes that his team is in a bit of a situation and attempting to swing the momentum back, but oh no,
oh my God,
I caught the tail end of that, but
oh my lord, dude,
it looked like it was just a cask into Lucent Beam, a couple of right clicks, and he ends up falling there. So this game going heavily in favor of Vega at the moment. They're gonna have the 2 Blink Daggers soon. They actually invis up the Centaur in the top lane.
Oh, he is dead. He's actually just dead. Leech Seed. Match Bills is going to go stomp, but Leech Seed should kill him, and it will. RZ gets the kill with the Treant Protector, and it's just that easy, man. PGG is now cannon fodder for M5, and it just continues to be an absolute bloodbath, but not for M5 in the good sense, the bad sense even. They're about almost 5,000 net worth down, and
the Blink
looks like it'll continue that way.
Blink now completed on Puck. If we look at the Centaur, already up to 1,500 gold on this offlane Centaur.
Dude, in like 3 minutes, Vega's just going to be jumping in at every opportunity and getting kills like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the Centaur plus Puck are going to be able to kill anyone who they see. So it's going to be a scary time for M5.
Tron's getting really good CS. He's actually second in net worth, only behind the Puck, which is not surprising. He has 50 CS. Necroman actually gets up to 50 as well. Necroman not having an awful time. We actually talked about Puck a lot, but the real thing is Necroman he's doing okay for himself, but no one is just destroying. I mean, huge CS. CP'd away from ZXC for Tron. By the way, Necroman did not deny a single creep in that lane, which is probably why no one had such a good time. So
yeah, I mean, it is quite difficult. You don't really want to go for denies as a melee hero against a range because you'll take too much harass, but he's done a nice job catching up in the jungle while ZXC now takes the mid lane trying to get his own Blink Dagger. Only about 200 gold away, so the Panda Blink will be online very shortly.
Very soon, I think, if you are Vega, you need to get into that jungle. You need to stop the Naga Siren from farming.
Or you need to start applying pressure to these towers, because they do have the tools to take down these towers. If they have a nice rotation from the Puck, maybe they're going to smoke. Yeah,
they are smoking.
This is the first smoke with the Puck's Blink.
No blink for the centaur yet. It's actually 200 gold away.
They're actually just gonna get a PGG kill. Oh no, they're actually taking
a Necroman. Oh, Necroman.
Path.
Does he have song? He's bottling up right now. PGG's gonna walk right into them. He might song for this. No, he just runs away, and PGG's dead.
That's
and another
so
kill.
much better.
Onage comes out. Song of the Siren's gonna go. He can't jaunt through, unfortunately. Necroman actually has to leave the jungle. Now they are applying pressure, and it's not a kill, but it's almost just as good because he has to go back home and heal up. And he really can't stay in this jungle safely now, at least for in the next couple of moments. They have to actually try to push out top and keep this tier 1 tower safe. Oh, Nine Posh has his Blink Dagger. It's time to go.
Oh, they've got 4 heroes up in this top lane. All the meanwhile, Luna free farming in the bottom lane. Has almost his Yasha completed, so doing pretty well from that terrible start.
Oh my lord. No one in Nine Posh. They blinked right on top of him. They didn't even know he was there. But they get the kill. TP rotation actually coming out from the puck. And Necroman actually has to get pushed back. And he's going to actually be kind of scared of no one. Although no one's mana pool currently not that high. Send some illusions into the jungle. Top lane. Jump in. Split's going to go. Overgrowth is not available just before he gets level 6. Arzeek is so close. He is actually going to fall, it looks like. Ice Path on the other side. Death Ward. They get the kill easily in PGG. They're going to TP away. Meanwhile, they're wasting a lot of time here trying to kill RZ. He's just cycling in the air, and he's gonna live. Nature's guys, they don't have detection. Oh, just enough mana coming up.
Can you imagine if he had lived there?
I would have been.
That would have been so much time wasted.
Dream Coil, Necroman. He is in trouble. He actually doesn't have any song. He's gonna get silenced as well. Necroman is dead. I don't know why he was pushing so heavily into that tower. He just lost so much gold as well. He was not really close to that relic. And it's going to be even further off now.
I'm extremely concerned for M5 right now. The Vega are applying so much pressure right now. They haven't even begun to take towers and already with an immense gold lead. 7,500 gold. Nearly 5,000 experience. And they haven't even begun to take these towers.
Tron already has the Yash too. And he's just going to continue to farm like crazy. He has his 2 points of glaives, and if he wants to get involved in the tower pressure with his Yasha, they could actually take it down even faster. I don't know if they need him, though. He could just continue to farm, and he'll be fine.
I mean,
and
if you're
coming out from Puck, oh my lord, it's been a while since I've seen this build, but why not?
Yeah, I think there was a heavy trend into the Midas after you get your Blink Dagger, but it's sort of fallen off a bit.
13.5 minutes into the game, and it is not looking good for M5. You talked about how you were concerned about them, and I think everybody is. This Elder Titan pick has done nothing. He doesn't even have a goddamn soul ring yet, let alone being involved in any of these kills. Slander is sitting at Tranquils and a Basilius. I mean, there is no... ZXC is probably the only hero that is farmed in this game. Necroman kind of, but... They're smoking up. They are desperate at this point. They're going to try and find something but them.
The only thing that's good for M5 right now is that they haven't lost any tier 1 towers. So if they can somehow cling to these towers for a little while, you know, get some kills when Vega try to push into them, they might have a chance back into this game.
Well, they just killed Vega Siren, so... And another kill that goes missed. Arzeek getting caught out here. They're actually going to try to go for this gang. PGG, Wave of Terror. Blink Stomp onto 2. Double Edge is going to go, and PGG is going to fall. Lucent Beam. Split's going to get off. Nine Posh actually in some trouble. Overgrowth is going to go. Now the Waning Rift coming in. Screen gets blown up by the Naga. They're actually killing the Brewlings. They need to take down the Earth Panda. It could happen. He actually is just going to... it's going to end right now. Can he blink away? He does get out in time. Blink forward. No one doesn't have Dream Coil. Illusory Orb. Not going to jaunt further. But what a turnaround. That's just how this game is going for M5 in. They lose 2 heroes immediately. 9 Posh with a huge Blink Stomp. That was absolutely absurd.
Fucking crazy.
Tron TP's up. He's going to get Slander with a Lucent Beam. Necropyre goes. He walks literally out of it. And Tron will just try to eclipse it. He's going to take Slander down. He'll get the tower, yes, but he's going to lose his life in the process. Meanwhile, the tier 1 tower getting pressured as well. All right, M5, I see you. Yeah, I see you taking these towers.
Mid as well. They might not be able to get the last hit as the glyph does come out.
Yeah, they're going to deny it.
Yeah.
All right, 1 deny, 1 tower taken for a kill. They traded a tier 1 for 2 tier 1s.
Oh, they're actually just going to living armor this.
Wow,
it's not even going to be denied, yeah.
He has max living armor, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get healed to full in about 4 rotations.
13 regen. Meanwhile, as Zixi chasing after Tron, he doesn't have his Eclipse. He just used it, and he actually just has to run away. Helm of the Dom, Yasha done. He'll probably go for a BKB next. He actually doesn't go for an Aquila. He just has a random Basilius. And there's the Ogre Club, so he'll have that very soon. Tower's taken for no one in the mid lane with the puck. He blinked forward to take it, and 9 seconds short of that blink Midas record. That's very unfortunate for no one. Yeah, just 1 extra CS. You would have the record for Blink Midas. But then again, I guess he doesn't really care.
As long as he's winning the game, I'm sure he's perfectly fine. He doesn't have time for these stats.
He doesn't care. He doesn't know about them.
Alright, it looks like we're going to have a smoke coming out from Vega. They've taken all 3 tier 1 towers, so the map control for M5 dwindling.
Wallpax is sad. This sad guy. I care about your stats, Wallpax. Don't you worry,
I wonder
buddy.
if they're actually going to go for a Roche. That's what it looks like.
Do they have armor reduction? I don't think so. I don't know if they need it. They have a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, Luna provides your entire team with 22 additional damage.
Yep. And they will take this down, I think. They could try to contest. PGG's going to come and he's going to like Wave of Terror and he's going to go, it's too late. Also, I saw like there were like 3 Wave of Terror yesterdays where it actually just helped the team Roshan.
Yeah, I mean, if he Wave of Terror's Roche, it's just going to help them take it.
Yeah. And he might do it.
Well, they're actually sending
gonna
the Spirit.
It's too late, though. They're going to stomp. And it's dead. Ice Path comes in. Blink is their Dream Quill. So, yeah, it's going to be on the Slander. They're going to jump out of PGG. 9Posh will solo kill him. Ern is going to come out. The Lucid Beef gets the kill on his Slander. Ern. Okay, good. It's like, is that going to kill him? Dude,
right, so they get Roche
16-1,
2
dude.
Kills.
And the crazy thing is that M5 could still theoretically win this game on the back of a Naga.
I mean, it's going to be very, very difficult. Naga not even up to his Radiance at 18 minutes in the game. Not even the Relic still needs 300 more gold.
Yeah, he died twice. He was looking good at like 12 minutes and then he died twice. And that really sucks. I mean, you think sometimes that kills don't push you back that far, but in this situation, you look at the timing and you're like, it's not good. I mean, you can't, like, as a professional Naga player, you can't afford that to happen.
Yeah. I mean, look at this mid tower even. I mean, it would have been better for M5 had that even gotten denied just because it provides that map control.
My lord! He dodged it with the Illusory Orb Jaunt coming out. He dodged the Magic Missile. No one. Stop styling on people. Jesus. I think that you and I think no one's probably the best up-and-coming player right now in this tournament.
He's definitely showing a lot of promise. I honestly wouldn't be too surprised if he ends up on a tier 1 team sometime in the near future.
Stampede, Slander in some trouble, dude. Vega, this is gonna be the tier 1 team. Double edge, and Slander just falls. The stomp comes in, Screen has to avoid some more illusory orbs and damage, but Vega in the past couple of days are playing out of their mind. They did beat basically a node, and that was a solid team. And they are hitting a backdoor protected tower currently, but they will take this down as the creep wave is going to get here. They fort at the wrong time. They don't regen, unfortunately, and now the tower is still going to take some damage and probably fall here. What about the Naga? Relic done yet? Yeah, he just picked up the Relic. It's flying out to him. Radiance will be done shortly thereafter, but tier 2 tower in the middle lane falls. They'll have to push the tier 2 bottom and top if they really want to take all of these outer towers, and this continues to be an extraordinarily rough game for M5. And I actually almost would have preferred if they went for something like the Necroman Invoker and they played like maybe like with an axe or something. Just don't go for the Naga, I think, in this situation. But
yeah, I feel M5 play a lot better when they're playing aggressively, not when they're doing this late game farming strats with the Naga and the Sniper. I think they do a much better job when they're able to play super aggressive.
I agree with you.
But unable to do so with this draft, and all the lanes going Vega's way. I mean, they just outplayed them in the laning phase.
All right, let me ask you this, Modpax. What is the record for Blink Midas Yules on a puck at, because he has it at 2036. That was the time he picked it up. 18, wow, you had that like that, dude. Modpax, he is ready, man. He's fired up today. He's got a stats book ready to go. This guy's a freaking juggernaut, I'll tell you what. But yeah, 1802, so not quite the record for no one, unfortunately. But they're going to take this tier 2 tower bottom, and it just continues to be a big issue here for.
Now they're just gonna go to all the outer towers. Only the top lane remains. They might even go high ground at this point. The Radiance, though, finally picked up for Necromon, but unfortunately for him,
does that even do anything?
The images are gonna instantly die. Like, I mean, they won't do anything in these fights.
The Glaives will just destroy them. Radiant's done now. It does come out like you mentioned, and Blink Force coming in. Slender gets blown up, swapped out. PGG trying to fight. There's the Blink, there's the clap, but he gets Eul's up in the air. That is going to be your Aegis going. Split goes out as well. Overgrowth's going to go perfectly timed. Blink forward. Now the Death Ward going, not hitting literally anyone. Arzek a little too far in, and they will finally lose their Treant Protector. A bit of a dive, but now ZXC's Brewmaster ult is down. 9posh in some trouble. Split actually about to end. It will. Waiting Rift coming in. No one's gonna fall as well. ZXC gets a double kill, and he just got 3,000 gold after that. All right, they hold. Okay. Really good fight from
Vega getting a bit too cocky there, diving.
Oh my god, the Naga Siren got 1,000 gold from the kills. Freaking 1,700 gold for the Brewmaster. Oh my lord.
Yeah, I mean, that was, you know, just a little too cocky. I mean, the score was, I believe, 18-1 at that point.
Yeah.
They do end up getting, no, they got 2 kills, right? They killed the THD as well as Venge, so getting 2 kills in the process, but that's not worth it there. They trade 3, 2 of them being very farmed cores, both with streaks, so.
They need Luna to be more farmed if they want to try to engage up into the high ground. I know you want to finish the game, and yeah, that is too cocky coming out from Vega. There's no reason for you to do that.
Well, they could have just hit the tower as well. Like,
yeah,
instead of diving the base.
Far.
After getting the initial kill onto the THD, you just reset the fight, go back, start hitting the towers. Instead, they try to kill too many people. A lot of red flashing lights from M5, but they're able to get back to their base, reset the fight, and get a lot of return kills.
It's so hard to fight and dive into a Brewmaster, I think. And even into an Elder Titan. 9posh misses his Blink. There's going to be the Stampede, though, and PGG's going to get cast, right-click. There's multiple right-clicks going off. And actually going to try to find... Ooh, the Song of the Siren goes out for Necroman. That's on cooldown now for, like, 2 minutes. He turns off his Radiance.
091, so having a very rough time on this Vengeful Spirit. It all started by getting solo killed by the offlane Centaur.
It's almost like he's playing Enigma.
Not having a fun time. I think Vega should just go for this top tower, farm up the map, get some nice wards down, wait for the next Roshan, and go from there. 3,600 gold on this Brewmaster. I'm sure they wish this gold was on the Naga, but...
Yeah, I mean...
You know, Brew with a Vlad's plus AC could be pretty devastating.
That could be huge for the Naga. 9posh getting caught out. There's going to be the Overgrowth, though, and he's thinking about stomping it up, and he will, but that doesn't really do that much damage. They're going to have to use Living Armor on him, or Nature's Guise, rather. They have detection?
No detection.
He's fine. He's actually just fine. He blinks away. Bottom tier 1 tower taken for Necroman. So he'll get the extra bit of gold there. Bleed of Alacrity now done for him. So bots, Radiance, he might have a Manta style pretty soon, but the problem is that Luna just keeps eclipsing him in farm. No pun intended. Sitting at 13,000 net worth currently, and
Manta is 5-0.
Yeah.
Looks like M5 trying to possibly trade for this bottom tower. I don't think they're going to be able to push fast enough.
No, this tower is not going to fall as fast as... I don't think they glyph this. I hope they don't glyph this for M5, because then you could just push high ground and go for tier 3.
Yeah. They shouldn't use the glyph for this tier 2.
At what point do you just say, okay, our Luna's farmed enough, we should absolutely go high ground, even if we have an Aegis or don't have an Aegis? Like, when do you do that?
They're going to wait for the Aegis, just because it's the much safer play. There's not too much time left. You know, it can spawn in the next 10-20 seconds, so... You wait for the Aegis, and then you go high ground again. Most likely to the bottom lane where you've already gotten that damage, or already gotten all that damage off to the tower, so.
2 minutes for the Rosh respawn. It is not max duration respawn, but it's pretty high up there, so. We'll see when that respawns, who decides to contest it. And
yeah, if we go ahead and take a look at item progression for Vega, Xema the Slayer working towards that Aghanims only needs 1 more component, so maybe they want to wait for that as well.
That's
puck,
a huge item.
not really. Yeah, he's starting on a hex, but that's going to be pretty far away. If you look at the Centaur nearly having his pipe complete, another huge item pickup for Vega. So they have some items coming out that are very important for these team fights, and they're probably just going to wait for those, specifically the pipe as well as the Ags onto Witch Doctor. So
Gem of True Sight picked up now for Jakira. They want to get some sort of map control back, and I think that's a really good choice.
ZXC actually goes for an Aghanim Scepter on the Brewmaster. What do you think about this?
I think this is an okay choice. I actually would have been a little bit more happy with the Vlad's AC like we talked about.
Yeah. I think it's just a little bit better because it scales more towards that late game, and
yeah, I mean,
maybe
this
he goes
helps out. I think for now, like if they try to fight now, then he has a bit more damage to work with. Then he's like, okay, Naga will take over, you know, in say 10-15 minutes time. So,
I mean, maybe he's
trying
thinking
to get to that point.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking that he needs the extra duration on Ags because there's so much time during his split where he's just overgrowth and is sitting there and he can't do anything with his brewings.
The duration isn't increased anymore. Remember, they changed that in the one of the last patches.
Oh, it's not.
It's the Primal Split now has the
okay.
Thunderclap. Yeah. It's like it's just the abilities now. They changed it back where it used to be the Aghanim Scepter would have the extra duration, but that doesn't happen anymore.
Oh, I thought even with the added abilities, it gave increased duration.
I'm pretty sure they changed that. Because you can see if you hover over Primal Split, it doesn't have scepter duration, it just says duration. So, they're going to smoke up, they're going to head to Roshan, and it's actually about to spawn at about 20 to 30 seconds. Instead of going to Rosh, they're going to actually go mid. PGG, and there's a TP coming in from Necroman.
PGG set.
Yeah, they'll find PGG, not Necroman. Necroman walks literally back up to he's like, okay, nope, I don't think so. They'll find some illusions here. Rosh is about to respawn. There it is. And they're going to head in. And they need Tron, I think, to take this,
pretty free Rosh for them. Yeah, Tron going to use his illusions to try to push out the mid lane. It's going towards Rosh, but it is quite annoying to Rosh against the Elder Titan.
Actually, song too.
Wait, he doesn't have Earth Splitter skilled. I'm not too sure about this.
Oh, wow, you're right. He's only level 8. Oh, my God. Screen is having a rough game.
I just feel like you should have this skill, even if you're only level 8.
And they might song for this, but BKB's going to go. They're going to split up. Posh is in some trouble. They're going to pop the overgrowth, but it doesn't do anything. I don't think it catches. Tron gets to the Aegis. He gets Roshan as well. Necroman can't pick it up. He's like, oh, I need to leave now. The Panda split not really doing much. Riptide going in, Cask bouncing. Can they get the Brewling? He's actually going to be fine. Drink Coil goes in. The Eclipse goes as well. ZXC is going to fall. Big kill coming out. Now PGG is going to get obliterated by those Lucent Beams as well. They're going to continue up to the high ground, it looks like, and they might have to buy back here on this Panda, but now the split is down. And actually, that fight looks like it was going to be bad, but 9 Posh is the only one that falls for Vega, and now they're going to push high ground with an Aegis.
You know, had the Luna not popped the BKB, that fight would have been a total disaster.
You're right.
Able to snatch the Aegis during the Song of the Siren. Very smart play from Tron. I think had the Aegis gone for M5, that would have been really, really good.
Yeah, Necroman might have picked it up. They might have even given it to the ZXC, but illusions are getting blown up now. And Tron, this is a very difficult push for them. They actually need to back now. The Death Ward is going to be Aghanim Scepter Death Ward, but Radiance Burn. Seema the Slayer in some trouble, actually backs away. Dual Scepter, they're going to turn on to RZ. Meanwhile, no one gets picked off on the backside. 9 Posh is here, but they actually have a huge pipe double edge going into the Slater. Stomp on a 2 Stampede. Slater in trouble. Overgrowth, the Earth Splitter coming up finally, but Tron pops the BKB. ZXC getting chased down. Lucid Beam, no mana for it. Stomp goes, doesn't do anything. Screen getting chased down. He needs mana for Lucid Beam, and he actually has his Intreads on. It's not doing anything. Oh, man, if they killed ZXC there, they could easily push him to the high ground. Courier is going to fall. Dire Courier just randomly flying into the enemy jungle. What was on it? I'm not sure. I don't think anything important. It had 900. Oh, was that a gem? Was that a gem? It was the gem. Oh, my God. 9 Posh just got the gem. Oh, my God. What a disaster.
Yeah, and Butterfly now picked up for the Lunas, so if it was hard enough to kill Tron, it's going to be even harder. 1700 life, that evasion, lifesteal, BKB, and Manta, so it'll be very, very difficult to take down this Luna.
Time to get Tron a Satanic at this point. He's Helm of the Dominator in Aegis, so...
I mean, one thing that is worth noting is that you cannot lifesteal from illusions, so it's not the most effective item against Naga Siren once she gets farmed, so that is something to consider. But Naga Siren's going to have to be 6 slot to carry this game.
Yeah. And like a Heart of Trask might help, but I just think Tron will chew through that heart so quickly. With
I think you still get the heart. It'll tank a lot of the Lucent. It'll tank a lot of these, you know, just AoE spells. The Lucent Beam. It won't get one shot by the Illusory or plus Waning Rift combination. So you definitely have to still get the heart.
You believe in miracles. If M5 were to come back, it would be just the third time in Dota 2 history where a team came back from being down more than 15k net worth in 20 minutes.
620 losses. Holy.
It's like a 99.9% win rate for teams that are up in 20k net worth.
That's actually an insane stat. It's only happened 2 times out of 622 games.
I'm not confident in M5's ability to bring this back, though. And not necessarily because M5 are playing poorly, but because they're just so far behind.
Yeah.
You'd have to make some huge mistakes, and with Tron having an Aegis, they have some liberty to
I mean, a couple mistakes have been made so far. But we'll have to see if it's going to be enough. They are sieging this tier 2 tower.
Oh, ZXC gets hexed up. Lucid Beam could get Waning Rift off the swap out. And PGG, not dying to the clubs, the last hit will bring him down. Earthsplitter going in. Does a lot of damage. Arzika is going to fall. The Panda's up. Tron, Aegis is still there. His BKB is going to work, but not enough. The Butterfly. Now the Stomp, double edge on the Necroman. The Death Ward's going to come through. They got to back away, but they won't be able to get the kill. Earth Brewling still alive. In some trouble, though. The Glaive bouncing. Stomp actually doing work. ZXC blinks away now with no split up. Tron will try to push into this high ground. He has his Manta Illusions. Look at the Glaives bouncing, and Natherax is going to fall. ZXC, actually, the Glaives are hitting him. The Glaives are hitting all of them. Raxes are down in the middle lane. They're going to head to the top lane. And one lane of Rax is not impossible to take down or to push out as an August Iron, but if they get 2, it's going to be very tough. ZXC gets hexed up again. No one trying to get there. Nice face shift. Blink Stomp going in. ZXC swapped dead again. Doesn't matter. He goes down. Godlike for Tron. Buying back is going to be 9 Posh, actually, going down. Tron in some trouble. And Snare going out. Mantis, Necroman, Mantis House. Tron's going to fall. They can't get the overgrowth off in time. And now the Song going to reset the fight to chase after Arzeek.
Oh, they're going to get 2 of them.
Nice path. They're going to find Seema. Maybe Snare's going to go. Arzeek falls on the other side of things. Seema is in trouble. He's dead. Big defense.
Okay, if we go ahead and take stock of what just happened, 2 buybacks actually from Vega on the Centaur as well as the Tree and Protector. A buyback, only 1 buyback used from M5 on the Elder Titan. It's going to be very important for him not to fall first in the next fight as he adds a ton of damage with the Natural Order. It was honestly a very nice hold in the mid lane. They had a huge Earth Splitter onto 3 heroes, but the Aegis proved to be a bit too much for M5. And I mean, if we go back to it, that Roche fight, had they gotten that Aegis, that fight we just saw would have been completely different, probably even going in the favor of M5. So these little individual plays adding up, and Vega get themselves a Rex.
That was a surprising engagement, honestly.
The heart now completed as well for Naga. So he's only 2 items now from being that 6 slot. Probably a Butterfly and a Diffusal Blade.
He is feeling pretty good right now. All things considered, they lose a set of Rax mid, but that's not the worst thing in the world. Had top lane of Rax gone, it might have been pretty bad.
You can't discount the effectiveness of Elder Titan in the late game. Natural Order just does so much work. 100% base armor reduction. Do they actually have any armor aura items?
I don't think so. No Shiva's Guard.
Yeah, no aura items. And honestly, Luna has... So Luna's at 19 plus 5, so Luna will only have 5 armor once affected by the Natural Order, so... I mean, it is theoretically possible for M5 to win this game if they get, you know, another team fight like that, preferably without Vega having an Aegis. I can definitely see M5 pulling this game back, and being down 1 Rax as a Naga is not too big of a deal.
No, it's not an issue at all. It's when you get into that 2 Rax area that it becomes very hard, actually.
Yep.
And Satanic, maybe? Yeah, Satanic now coming out for Tron. This is tough. And although he might have a lot of armor reduction going his way, he now has a lot of HP, 2.3k, and obviously the lifesteal's pretty big. And if he's able to just be... If he's able to just get his Satanic off and right-click without being affected by any sort of disables, he'll just get back to full, no problem.
I mean, we did talk about, though, the issue, if he is hitting the illusions, not going to be life-stealing at all, and...
The Hex actually goes on to ZXC. Waiting Rift going. Dream Quill. Swap out PGG. Nice play there. Song of the Siren going up. Yule Scepter. Song's down. Earth Splitter. Tron getting caught out with that, but there's going to be an ensnare as well, and Tron gets forced out by 9 Paj. Death Ward on the backside actually destroys PGG. Seem of the Star does get Ice Path at the tail end of it, but now they're just going to try to kite this Earth Spit, or not the Earth Splitter rather, but the Brewmaster Ultimate. Jaunt's Way coming out from no one. Ice Path coming in. Arzeek is going to fall. ZXC though, guess what? Brew Split's done. Blink out coming from no one. He's going to try to Illusory Orb. Yule Scepter's going to go. He's going to Jaunt's Way. He's going to get across the river. And they're going to back up. Tron actually heads bottom. Now he's getting pushed in. Tier 3 tower taking minimal damage. Tier 3 tower in the top lane was taken down though.
So a successful defense from M5, only trading one support for one support. Both teams expending most of their cooldowns. ZXC could be in trouble in the mid lane though.
Oh, he gets X up. Winning Rift goes.
Oh, a nice Yule's under the center.
As well, and he just doesn't have his split. No blink. Iron Charge going as well. The Maledict going. He's so tanky. They're not going to find the kill. He's going to TP away.
Is this happening?
What? How?
How is he alive?
He should not be alive, and no one actually just goes into the trees. He's going to get earned up and heal up, but...
Oh my god. I am...
He should not be alive. And he knows it.
Well, excellent TP there from ZXC. Having the presence of mind, you know. I'm not too sure what happens.
Oh my gosh, it's like the quickest Roche respawn ever. Tron is actually... He's got a slot. He's got a slot for an Aegis.
I mean, we saw there, M5 actually had a really nice defense when Vega don't have a Roche, but unfortunately for them, I think this Roche could seal the deal, at least for another set of racks. And being down 2 set of racks, almost always unlosable situation. They put the Aegis onto Tron's Luna.
Yeah,
it's going to be very, very difficult to kill him twice, especially with the Satanic Butterfly, BKB Manta, all defensive items.
For Vega, they could just head top now. They actually probably push in the creep wave middle, just to make sure that they have that going for them, and head top, push that creep wave in, and try to sort of split push, maybe coming from the mid lane if they want to try to wrap. But PGG has been doing one thing really well in swapping out the Brewmaster when he gets caught with a Hex. So if they could somehow catch him with a Hex and don't have PGG swap him out, I think Vega could just end the game right there. Buyback should be available for the Brew. It is.
Catch who with the Hex?
Catch Brew with the Hex.
Oh. Yeah, PGG's been very good about the swap, though.
Yeah.
Necroman doing his best to split push. If you look at, he has an image in all 3 lanes, trying to desperately cut the creeps, buy time. And it is working.
He actually missed the creep wave top lane. He sent it a little bit too far in and actually doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
They're not going to push yet, though.
It's very difficult actually to cut all 3 waves at the same time.
Oh no,
it's pretty easy to. It's pretty easy to cut 2 because he was sitting in the bottom lane, so you just send 1 mid, but you can't really send it top because it doesn't have a long enough duration. So you can really only cut 2 waves at once.
For now, though, Vega kind of just playing this passively. They aren't going up to the top lane. They're not pushing into the tower. They're not really saying, hey, listen, we need to get in here and get this done as quickly as possible. BKB actually coming out for Seam of the Slayer. He could literally stand right in front now with this BKB and pop his ultimate. And it's level 3 Death Ward, by the way. That is a lot of damage.
They have to be sort of careful about how they decide to do this. Necromon is pushing bottom again, and he does a lot of damage to buildings if they just let him get up to this tier 3. So
no, he's gonna mirror image and then actually maybe even Manta. He's kind of just waiting this bottom lane. I think he might actually be able to take a tier 3. If he pushes up with his hero.
Yeah, he's going. So he's cutting all the creeps in both lanes as well as getting this tier 3
You have
tower.
to go. If you're Tron, if you're Vega right now, you have to go. There's the rating glyph coming out. The Dire still have theirs. Stomp on Tron actually slows him down so much. And I think, yeah, Necroman, the split gets canceled. He's hexed up. The song going now. There's going to be the split going through. Tron is going to BKB and run away. Death Ward coming out. Did it get canceled? No, he's not hitting anybody. It doesn't do any damage to these Brewlings. It's not getting focused. It's literally doing nothing.
Huge Ice Path.
And that Ice Path doing so much work. Arzeek is going to fall up into the air. Yule Scepter onto a couple of heroes. Necroman trying to fight up the Waning Rift. The damage is pretty real. Tron, he has the Satanic. He probably doesn't want to use it. Not before his Aegis anyways. Now ZXC. Split's done. PGG getting focused down. There's going to be the Aegis going to work.
Oh, he used the
Ice
Satanic.
Path onto 3. He did use the Satanic. Why did he pop it off? Now they have to leave. Magic Missile's going to go. They're going to hold this. Still no split. Death Ward on cooldown. They use everything at their disposal. Losing beam on his ZXC. No one trying to get away. Trouble. He can't jaunt away. Phase shift's going to go. He has blink up in 1 second. Double edge. PGG might fall here. X is going to go up. And ZXC getting focused. PGG's not even going to die. They lose Pit 9 Posh. And now Tron can't use the Satanic. He's going to cheese it up. He's going to cheese it up. Song's going to go. It just comes off cooldown. Again, they cancel it. Slander. BKB for Tron. Slander's going to fall. Now Tron is going to try to literally 1v5 them. ZXC getting right-click down. He is Drunken Haze. He is not doing any damage. Tron is literally doing nothing. That is a triple kill for Necromon.
And look at bottom. They lose the racks.
Oh my god, dude. Is this happening? M5. We thought they were dead for sure. They were dead to rights. And Tron literally just cannot do anything at all. It is time for him to buy an MKB.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, he just can't hit them. I mean, and it's only going to get worse. Now evasion coming up from Naga Siren. Looks like he's going to pick up the butterfly. He just does no damage once affected by Drunken Haze, and he can only remove it once with that BKB. I believe the Manta removes it as well, but yeah. I mean, it's just not enough.
I'm getting hype here. I don't know if I want to get hype too soon, though. And this is good.
This is certainly good. And M5, honestly, they have the better scaling. I mean, we talked about it. Naga Siren, you have the Vengeful Spirit, one of the better late game scaling support heroes. They even have the Elder Titan, probably the best late gamer as far as supports go. They have the tools. They've bought the time. Even on racks now. This honestly could be M5's game.
And this would be the third time, I think it was, Mobpacks posted in history that a team from 20k down would rebound. And I mean, certainly this would be pretty freaking amazing. But
something listen, like 99.5% of the time, if you're down that much gold, you lose.
You just lose. 15k down. Sorry, my bad. Mobpacks, listen, buddy. I'm trying my best here. 10k net worth lead for Vega. It's actually slipping down to about 7k. That is ridiculous. Look at these graphs. Look at the experience graph, dude. Just look at this thing. It's a freaking roller coaster, man. Up and down we go. Net worth graph's a bit more even.
I mean, honestly, Slander in that last team fight with these ice paths on point.
They're gonna find another one. Ice path is gonna go into our Zeke. There's gonna be the macro power that clap. He's gonna fall. It looks like no. He gets the overgrowth off, taking a lot of damage. Look at the damage from the liquid fire plus the veil of discord. He will nature's guys and stay alive. The rhymes are real. Arzik's gonna walk back up to the high ground. He's like, please don't let me die. I don't need to burn down. I'm a tree. Fire hurts me.
Yeah, and I think if, like you said, if you're Tron right now, you really need to start looking towards an MKB so you can actually deal damage to these heroes, but he's not sitting at about 5,000
He might buy his Demon Edge right now.
Yeah, he needs buyback, though, so. But at the same time, if he does that, he's not going to have a TP, and we've seen what Necroman has been doing, constantly split pushing.
Maybe you go for bots right now then, I guess, and you wait for your MKB for a bit longer, but if they don't have an MKB in the next fight, I just think the same thing happens again. And M5, you can bet they're going to try to contest Roshan next time around. These are fights that are going very, very evenly. And I mean, it's not like there have been tier 3 towers. It's not like they're pushing into the high ground with a tier 3 tower to deal with. These are fights that there's no tier 3 tower. It's just buildings that are kind of in the way. And M5, PGG has.
I mean, look at how hard it is for Tron to even kill these illusions, because he just misses.
Well, he has to know. He has to understand right now that that's what he's missing. I guarantee you he buys an MKB if he can get
he's going
there in time.
But he wants to have buyback as well.
The MKB is 50. I have 5,800, I believe. Yeah. It's 5,800 for an MKB. No, 5,400, excuse me. So he needs about 1,500 gold. Yeah, for buyback, I'd say, which shouldn't be too far off. I don't know, man. This game is getting ridiculous. I mean, we have
this game
over yet,
and that's just it actually makes a ton. They are really starting to feel pressured at this point because they made a bad choice to push in top when they knew that bottom was being heavily pressured by the illusions from Naga. And once you lose a fight like that, and the racks as well, you just start doubting yourself like, well, we just lost a fight where Naga had some illusions split pushing bottom. Now we're even on racks against this Naga who's giving us so many problems. Puck finally... No one completing the AC Very solid item pickup. You know, we talk about this all the time. It's very important to have these aura armor items against the Elder Titan. So he's going to be a bit more durable against this physical damage.
That's actually a huge pickup, I think, for their team. Again, the MKB is, I think, the biggest item, though, for them now. Tron bought a set of javelins. So, yep, that's what he's going for. And this is the right choice. I think Vega can still take this. People in chat saying Vega can't win this game. That's not true at all. You just need to get an MKB, and you need to have a solid fight. But the problem is that he actually does have his full MKB coming out. He won a buyback for another 641 gold. So Roche might be the choice, but he won't be able to get the Aegis, honestly, unless he pops his treads off. But now look at this. M5, they're grouping up. CXC, he has his bots. He won a buyback, by the way. He just bought those bots, and that's kind of a problem. The entire Dire team but ZXC have buybacks, so. But he might be the most important one after Necroman. 9
yeah, but it's gonna be very difficult for them to kill him.
Ice Path. There's gonna be some TPs, but 9 Posh is just gonna fall, and they cancel the TP coming in from the puck, and he has no buyback. And this is maybe a tier 3. I don't think they can defend without him. That's a huge pick. Necroman's gonna go to work. No one's gonna blink. Waiting Rips is gonna loose her up away. Seam will pop off the cask. They do have a pretty good defense. Necroman just destroys. He obliterates that tier 3 tower. Netherrack's getting hit. They have to try to defend this. BKB going up ZXC. Seam of the Slayer pops his BKB. ZXC's trying to get his thing off, and he can't do it. He's going to get overgrowth. Now it finally will get the split off. Seam of the Slayer in some trouble still. Earth Splitter Tron right-clicking everything down. The Eclipse going in. They're actually so low. Necroman getting obliterated. Song. It's not going to go. Slander's in trouble as well. PGG trying to TP out. He's going to fall. It looks like 3 down. They take the melee Rex. Yes. No one gets the double kill. That was a bit too aggressive coming out from M5 Int, though, but actually with all those buybacks they might have been able to be okay here.
And look what Luna had just picked up, that MKB being ever so important in that last fight, just completely shredding through the primal split. I mean, the fire and Wind Panda just immediately evaporate from all this damage from the Luna, and then now able to do damage to Naga Siren as well. A huge team fight from
They're going to force out all these buybacks now. 1 buyback, 2 buybacks, and the 3rd is going to happen pretty soon. He wants to complete this Rax, though. And they have a glyph. The stomp might come out. Yule Scepter's on a couple of heroes. He's going to get living armored right now. Glyph not gone yet. Phase shift, he'll try to blink away, but he's going to lose her about. He is actually just dead. Magic Missile does get disjointed. He's going to fall to the right click. It looks like as Pep goes in, and he does blink away. He's still alive. No one has 20 HP, but there's the song. They really want to get this kill, and they're going to find it. He does have buyback. Another phase shift coming in. He has a loose hero, but he's actually just dead. Ice Path comes in, and he's done. And they didn't even force out the glyph. They forced out a lot of buybacks, yes, but no glyph.
And I think if you're M5 right now, you are up Rax. You have the Naga Siren split push. At this point, they're actually going to try to go for Roche.
They have armor reduction out the wazoo. They can take this down quickly. They're going to try to get there. The illusions are going to stop this. This is a tough fight. Necroman doesn't have song for 28 seconds. Are they going to get there in time? M5 Int looks like they're going to take this down. They're not getting into the pit quickly enough. Screen's going to get hexed up. BKB for Tron. 1 down. Necroman might pick up Aegis. The stop comes in. The cheese is on the deck. No one snatches the Aegis. They get the cheese up on the 9 Posh. That's huge. Tron's just destroying these pandas. Death Ward going in as well. The panda needs to get away. Necroman just bought back. He's not dead yet. What an Ice Path coming up from Slander. They need to chase after him. They still see Necroman. The stop's going to come through. Now he's going to TP away. He is going to survive just barely. But what a snatch coming out. Vega get the Aegis. They get the cheese. That is huge. Stop freaking pigging. God, that's annoying. All right, let's go. They're going to go for the tier 4 towers.
They get the cheese. It's going to be a very difficult fight
ZXC,
from M5
no
now.
Split. Tron going right to the Ancient here. The glyph goes, stops up. Tron in trouble. Maybe he needs to pop the C10 again. Will. And ZXC getting obliterated. He does have buybacks. He's going to have to use it. Screen's dead as well. The Eclipse comes out. The armor reduction now gone. He has no buyback. Necroman hexed up. And Vega, they're not done yet. Death Ward up in 27 seconds. Tron pops the BKB. Necroman is dead. No buyback. That is going to be the game. When all hope was lost, when they thought they were done, Vegas say no. We're taking this game. And all it requires is an MKB.
Yeah. MKB Luna able to seal the deal finally for Vega. What looked like a promising start of a comeback for M5. You know, maybe getting a bit too aggressive in